Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 111 of Let's Play Inquisition. As promised, we're going to start by heading back to the war room and retrieving the 3 operations we sent our people on. So when we left off, we kind of had 3 quest chains we were all kind of doing at once. There's the box with the Nug statue, which is a lure of some sort. There's helping Josephine clear her family's assassin contract, and there's helping Cullen track down Samson, which it seems he's done. We tracked Samson's remaining Red Templars, escorting a supply caravan to a hidden location in the wilderness. It could be his headquarters. I expect verification before the hour is over. I've already begun preparing a squadron of soldiers to accompany us. Allow me to debrief you in person when your duties permit. Oh, okay. So we go to him to start the quest then. Sounds good. We might do that this episode, or at least tonight. Oh, that's right. Liliana was helping Sarah with her party. It appears our detracting lord found shame in the dark thanks to a scandalous laugh. Also, blind feats are now the rage. Can Jenny claim that? Orlace remains Orlay. Orlay, not Orlace. There's no silent S. Alright. So, let's look at this one now. I really hope it's a secret boss fight. Inquisitor, our people have fleshed out something big and stubborn. Oh, a mount. You were seeking a mount that spoke to the tenacity of the Inquisition, and this, frankly, I'm not sure what this says, but it is definitely a mount and is definitely tenacious. I'm not sure what to say, except that the stables now have a new resident, and to echo the report from our people, that is one big nug. Well, that's still kind of cool, but I feel like it's probably going to be, like a reskin of the Avar War Nug that we have. Or rather, our Avar War Nug was a reskin of this guy. Would have rather it was some like super secret epic boss fight, but yeah, is what it is. I'm not sure if there are any bonus boss fights in this game besides the dragons, and if there are, they might be hidden enough that I haven't stumbled upon them yet, at least. Then again, there is still time. Alright, so those are our missions. I think Josephine's you had to go to the city itself to complete. So that was pretty much everything, I think. So now they're all taking a lot of time. Let's have
Inquisitor.
Josephine do it. And continuing her predecessor's work. Who is this? From Helsima Darrigan Inquisition Research. Oh, that's the one we got from... Right, I gotcha. It would be faster to purchase them, or our soldiers can gather any outstanding items. Sure, sounds good.
Inquisitor.
And I guess we'll probably just do resources for the last one. More elf fruit. Healing herbs, yep, that's what I need. Go for it, Liliana. Alright, so I think first, because I'm looking forward to the Samson quest more than I am Josephine's quest. So naturally, I'm going to save the best for last. And we're going to start by heading back to Valrio. Nope, not that one. This one. What is this? Oh, okay. I guess we have to go to their estate. Oh, the House of Repose, right. Oh, it's a party. I remember that now. Alright. Let's go to the party. Who would be good for a party? You know, I think I'm gonna take Sarah just because I wanna see how she reacts to being at a party. For me, let's take Vivian. I think she would enjoy it. And it leaves us in need of a tank. How about Iron Bull? He'd be fun at a party. Confirmed. Hopefully it's a little more fun and a little less long than the one at the Winter Palace was, but I very much suspect it will be. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be some combat as well. Oh, they're staying outside? That's a shame.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs, it's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these Duparaquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
Interesting choice. Let's see. think she would probably go with... Let's go with this one.
Surely, even a minister could do worse than have the Inquisition in her debt.
I am a well-positioned woman. I require something more concrete than vague promises of future gifts. And do not attempt to charm me. I am far too old to tolerate it.
Wasn't thinking of it.
What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
I love that Orlesians think so highly of themselves and yet wear such silly hats. You can try to charm her with an unforgivable night. The army, information, or connections. Not the army. We kind of need our army for our fight against Gryphius. I don't want to be seen as a group of mercenaries. That could be bad for our reputation. Information could be good as long as it doesn't hurt us. You don't really lose anything by giving information. Or not as much. Connections, though. That's probably the best choice.
Diplomatic connections that reach far beyond the boundaries of Valreo, perhaps.
I might make use of your ambassador. The Montiliers aren't what they were, but at least they're from proper stock. Arrange for me to be introduced to the court of Antiva. I hear winter is most pleasant by their sea. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the Duparakets into lordship.
I think that's something easy enough for Josephine to pull off. Guess that's going to be it for this quest, though. So it was a lot like the like when we met Vivian. Go to an estate, talk to somebody, and then leave again. Not really much of his own. So why did it make me choose a party? At least it was short. That makes me happy, though. Maybe we're almost done this quest. An interesting quest to be sure. Glad they put it in the game as something different, but not really to my taste. Yep, speak with Josephine. That's what we're going to do. And then we will complete the quest for the for our third advisor, Sir Cullen.
Inquisitor.
Not going to stop by the garden since Leona's already out gathering herbs.
He said your request was
I must return to
an
Valreo
insult
to
to
see
his
that
rich
everything
Qunari
is in
heritage,
order.
Ambassador.
Please join me when you can.
You couldn't have just... Dog! Why can't we talk here? Alright. Let's just head to Valreo. We just came from right near there. You couldn't have just like walked... grumble, grumble, grumble. She's going to be over here, so let's go to this quick travel point there. Probably isn't going to matter, so I'm just going to choose the first three. Oops. Of each class, at least. For a small zone, it takes quite a while to load. Come on. There we go. Maybe.
Dragons with wicked eyes and wicked hearts. On blackened wings does deceit take flight.
The first of my children lost tonight.
Well, I'm glad there's somebody in the city who actually chants. Like, the idea is like the chant is sung 24/7 here in the Grand Cathedral, and you can hear it for miles away. But I don't hear nothing, so a little disappointed with Valreo. How about you, Josephine? What are your thoughts?
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
Yay, that was, well, I won't say easy, it was time consuming, but at least there were no unexpected hitches. Yeah, she'll be nice.
I'm glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them, that you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
Indeed.
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
Huh, that didn't occur to me, but I could definitely see her being a bard, like Liliana and Majorlane.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
How did that go?
You seem a bit steady for such an outgoing lifestyle.
The life of an entertainer didn't suit me at all. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard drew a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all these. If he's an assassin, you have a right to defend yourself and your boss.
I don't see the fault. You survived, as did your patron.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug,
Probably would have stabbed you.
I always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's cut out to be a bard. That's kind of what you sign up for in that lifestyle, unfortunately.
You of all people should know you can't play the game without bloodshed.
Never as the first resort, Inquisitor. Never as a way that makes currency of lives. In all the commotion... forgive me. I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
Your skills truly benefit the Inquisition. We wouldn't want to lose you.
It's the truth.
House Montilier will always be grateful to you. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Wonder if it'll compare to the one that the Marquise gets. Alright. Well, that was actually a kind of a fun conversation. I think that was more interesting than the rest of this quest, but it's definitely a different style of quest. Now that that's done, though, let's head back to Skyhold. And I do want to talk to all my companions at some point, but I don't know how much more they have to say, so I don't really want to make an episode of it and then, you know, have none of them actually say anything interesting. But I also don't want to miss a bunch of conversations, because that's one of the dangers of a blind Let's Play, is you don't know what there is to see, so you end up missing lots of little things like that. So I do want to talk to them at some point. Maybe we'll talk to like one companion, and then we'll well, I don't know. Let's do Cullen's mission now, and if we have time at the end, we'll start talking to companions. Otherwise, maybe we'll do that next episode, or even just as we go. And Cullen's office is over there. Let me see if I can get to it this way. Once again, I am jumping instead of taking the stairs, because jumping is fun. Does that just go to the world map if I try to leave? Can I run all the way out here? Have I been out here before? I guess when I first came, maybe I was. I think I did, yeah. Oh, there's no invisible wall there. Alright. Thank you, tutorial. I figured that out by now. Well, let's go see our new Nug war mount. If it's the same.
Following me.
I haven't taken a step. Yet here you are.
I don't know what to do.
Pain hides behind certainty. Not knowing, searching, is a first step.
Alrighty then. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a shame if it is just a reskin of the Nug, because like they shouldn't have reused that for a DLC pack. They should have made a new one or reskin something that wasn't so exotic. So these are all Nugs. Did I get all of them for doing that quest, or like I don't remember getting any of these except obviously that one. Tittles Majoris. Okay, that's the Avar War Nug. These are the unicorns. Powerful but forever branded by similar coloration to a storied region's Lapnug. Avar harnessed and trained for war, somehow. There's a lot of Nugs. Warren Landhammer. Fairly self-explanatory as breeds go. Guess the raiders were tired that day. Some say thunder is the sound of distant nuggalopes running. 6 of 1, really. Stubborn and hardy, the greater mountain nuggalope, or death nug, makes a statement, and that statement is hands. I think I'm missing something here. I don't know why death is spelled that way. Unless it's just a typo. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere that's going way over my head. I don't know, we could use one of these, but we already have used the war nug for a while, and it looks kind of, yeah, it's just a different coloration. So, it's cool that they're in there. Are there not Hala in this game, though? They're the hearts, of course, which are very elfish, but I feel like the last exotic mounts are Hala, but I don't know how to get them. That's a pretty cool horse. One of a kind, and it knows it. It's a Qunari horse. Cool. It's lots of good choices. It's a shame there isn't more, like, uses for mounts in this game, because there's quite a variety. We're going to use this one, although I will look up to see if you can get a Hala, because that'd be cool. While we're here, let's talk to Blackwell, and then we'll go see Cullen.
Inquisitor?
Alright, so no cutscenes.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
That's the plan,
We
I
should
guess.
return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
It's a very terse conversation. Alright, well, let's go find some steps. Here are some steps. And I think they actually lead to the place we want to go. Yay. Kinda, sorta. Cullen's office is through here, I believe. Yep.
What have you found?
We have him, Inquisitor. We found Samson's lair.
So let's go.
My duties usually keep me here, but for Samson, I'll make an exception.
I want the place razed to the ground, no matter the opposition.
I will see it done, Inquisitor. We'll depart at your leave.
Alright, let's do it. At the Shrine of Dumat. Oh, that sounds cool. So, I'm already getting overly hyped for this, but it sounds like it could be a really fun level. Certainly better than the last one. Oh, that's right, this is Samson's bedroom. I thought it was going to be like the top of the tower, but I don't think it actually is. Yep. Not quite as nice as mine, but I guess it does the trick for him. I think he would clean up, though. At some point. Alright, let's do it. Shrine of Dumat. Samson is using the bodies of people to grow red lyrium and possesses powerful armor crafted from the crystals. Though Samson's armor seems impenetrable, there must be some way to weaken him. So it'd be cool if by doing this you actually find like some kind of trick or something that helps you with the mechanics of the fight. If you fight Samson as part of the main quest. Varric is definitely coming because he's good at fighting red lyrium. I feel like Cassandra would be too, being a Templar. And we need a mage. How about Solus? Wait, that's the same. I keep choosing those three together. Alright, Vivian. Of course, it could just be like a tiny little mini stupid quest, but because some of the companion quests have been great, some have been very disappointing, but they've all been rather short. Still, it sounds like a cool zone, the Temple of Dumat. At least it's somewhere we haven't been before. Because Crifius, after all, was
This is it.
a priest of
The
Dumat.
heart of Samson's command.
I don't see him anywhere, or hear him.
Nor I. Maker, tell me he hasn't fled.
I'm guessing he's not going to be here one way or the other, but maybe I'm wrong. There's certainly Red Templars here. And they're scaled correctly, yay! I like the Cullens here too. To fight with them for once. They're not grouping up, which is kind of a shame. Oh, you can destroy those things. Sweet. Apparently, oh, there we go. Let's say apparently my vortex didn't really smash the crates. But they were nonetheless smashed. At this point, I probably should just stop gathering loot, but there could be like decorations or something. Some nice high-level mats that we're not going to use. I still get excited though. It's like, ooh, intense red lyrium. Actually, I want to use this one first. Then now. Then now. Yay. And it seems I do have enough mana now to use all three, which is actually really exciting. And that worked out well. Oh. Behemoth. Flash fire. See, she's got that shield thing now too, so it must come from a number of sources. Not just my amulet. Fate touch developed.
This place is already half destroyed.
Samson must have ordered his Templars to sack his headquarters so we couldn't.
Sorry, Curly. Someone tipped off Samson you were coming.
I think you're right. Still, we've dealt Samson a blow.
So pretty much as I expected then. Guess we have a spy in our midst. Liliana, get on it. Our whole job is to be stopping their spies. Helping ours. All these Minotauri spies in our midst, it sounds like we're losing the war of intelligence. Which is surprising, because Liliana is supposedly very good at her job. Maybe she's a better field agent than spy master. I didn't use barrier there. Oh well. Might be the new equipment, but it definitely seems like we're doing a lot of damage now, so that's good. These aren't even demons, so our runes don't even get extra damage. Oh, we might not find Samson, but we might find Maddox, I guess. That makes sense. Maybe learn more about Samson's armor from him. Here he comes. I know it's only one enemy. Oh, there's two. Okay, that was a good idea then. I just really like the animation of the Full of the Abyss. I guess we should still do them anyway for the creature research items, since those give you XP, and XP is always useful. Oh, there you go. Superb Corrupting Rune. Inflicts bonus damage against humanoids, beasts, and animals. That's a really good rune, but there aren't that many humans, beasts, and animals around. There's like bandits and obviously lots of animals in the major zones, but as far as like story quests go, we probably won't be fighting too many animals. And dragons are not technically animals as far as that goes. They have their own runes to fight them. Templar symbol. And that must be Maddox.
Hello, Inquisitor.
He doesn't look so well.
You know me?
It's Maddox, Samson's tranquil. Something's wrong. I'll send for the healers.
That would be a waste, Knight Captain Cullen.
It's always too late.
I drank my entire supply of Blightcap essence. It won't be long now.
Oh, he's killed himself. That seems weird for a tranquil to do. Also, I like they gave him the actual tranquil mark on his forehead, which it totally makes sense lore-wise because all the tranquil in Kirkwall were branded, and if he knew Samson, he was definitely from Kirkwall. So it would actually be weird if they left that out, which I would kind of expect them to, being a different game. I'm actually really happy they took the time to put that little detail in there to make it consistent.
We only wanted to ask you questions, Maddox.
I don't think that's why he drank it.
Yes. That is what I could not allow.
Yep.
I destroyed the camp with fire. We all agreed it was best. Our deaths ensured Samson had time to escape.
You threw your lives away for Samson? Why?
Samson saved me even before he needed me. He gave me purpose again. I wanted to help.
And his secrets die with him. Maybe there's some research notes somewhere.
We should check the camp. Maddox may have missed something.
My thoughts as well. And
Must
it
be
seems
something
like he's
here.
right.
Let's look around.
Could it be this giant pile of notes that are laying in the middle of nowhere? How he missed those, I'm not really sure, but... Alright.
Samson left a message. For me.
What does it say?
Drink enough lyrium and its song reveals the truth. The chantry used does, you're fighting the wrong battle. Corypheus chose me as his general and his vessel of power, and other such nonsense. Does he think I'll understand? What does he know?
Interesting, though. See, I feel like there's a lot of potential in this lore to do something really cool. Like they're building, and I really hope they pull it off, because like there's definitely a lot of like plot strands that make you think maybe they had the idea for some of these plots in some of these games, even like before they began writing Origins. Back when they first introduced lyrium, they knew that it sang, and maybe it actually is a creature that sings. Maybe it has the other creature that we know that sings are the old gods, the archdemons. So is there a relation there? Maybe it's not the old gods calling to the darkspawn that makes them dig. Maybe it's the corruption itself that calls to them, drawing them downward towards the archdemons. Just a thought. Maybe it's that same force that. But that would only apply to infected lyrium, though, not to the regular blue lyrium. I don't know. I feel like lyrium is going to be very important in this plotline, though, and the revelation that red lyrium is blue lyrium infected with the darkspawn taint was actually probably the biggest revelation lore-wise in the game thus far, even though it's part of like a minor little quest. But that opens up so many possibilities, and like Bianca said, that means lyrium isn't a mineral; it's an animal, or maybe not an animal, but it's a living thing. So maybe it is some kind of living god or something of the sort. Bottles.
Lyrium bottles, licked clean.
Drinking it, wearing it, growing it. You can't say Samson isn't committed.
How much red lyrium is Samson taking? His resistance must be extraordinary.
Quite cool looking, I will give them that. And you can almost hear it sing. There's gotta be more though. Have we checked? The purple thing goes, yeah, it gets pretty big. It makes sense we wouldn't stop and search though, because we were trying to get, to Samson if he was here as fast as possible. So we didn't have time to search until now.
This must have been Maddox's room.
The fire couldn't destroy these entirely, whatever they are.
Room is putting it
Forging with lyrium, none this advanced.
rather generously.
Tranquil often design their own tools. Dagna should be able to make sense of them. If Maddox used these to make Samson's armor, she could use them to unmake it. We have him.
Is this Lord of the Rings now? There it was made, and only there can it be unmade. But, alright, guess that was what we needed with the tools, so hopefully that's what Dagna needs to pull this off. Let's go back to Skyhold. I guess we have to leave. No, we can go through the world map. Alright, let's head back to Dagna and see what she thinks. Maybe this gives you like an item that puts a debuff on Samson, or I don't know where they're really going with this, but I like that they have side quests that do relate to the main quest. Those are always my favorite ones. So we already have our war mount. We finished with Josephine. So this is about the last thing I was planning to do as part of this episode. So we're making good time. Maybe next we'll head to the Emerald Graves and finish up the quest that we have there. Alright, Dagna, give me some good news.
On your toes, you know. Thank you for your investment in my investigations, Inquisitor. I've learned something, I think. I don't know.
Oh, that's right, her operations.
What have you learned? Did you find out about the Fade?
I got a scraping that was cleaned off you, and it's weird. And the other rift bits, they're weird. It's just weird.
What kind of
I
weird?
said weird, right?
Answers, Dagna.
Lyrium and the Fade linked, but dwarves and Tranquil not linked. But they work Lyrium, so they are somehow. And there's something there. I was face deep in a rune, and for a moment, I was tall. Really tall.
Really tall.
And I thought all the thoughts.
Interesting. So yeah, that's what I said about the lore. There's so many connections that they could build off of. I really hope that this is like they're not just making it up as they go along. They really actually have some plans in mind and some revelations in store, because you do see lyrium growing in the Fade. It definitely has some connection to the Fade, and they're both sources of magic. So are they branches of the same source of magic, or are they related in the fact that they happen to be in the same plane of existence but derive their power from different sources? And how does that work? Because obviously the dwarves and the Tranquil can handle lyrium because they don't have a connection to the Fade, which, see, I think there is a connection there. I think that's the same reason both of them can't do it. Tranquil are mages who've had their connection severed, and I assume that elves can become Tranquil as well in Qunari. You just don't see it very often because there are fewer of those in the world. But dwarves are essentially... See, it's weird though, because dwarves are not actually Tranquil. They're just unconnected. So I wonder, like, they have emotions despite not being connected to the Fade. So maybe it's just the act of the severing that destroys the emotion connection. I don't know. There's a lot of mysteries still to be solved. I'm interested of this idea that Dagna like was seeing through the eyes of a giant or a god or something. If she thought all the thoughts, probably something more than just a giant.
What do you mean when you say thought all the thoughts?
I don't know. As if for a moment I was around all my people, and my thought was all of theirs.
Your thoughts were their thoughts?
No, my thought was all of our thoughts, like parts. Words are mush. Maybe that's what the stone feels like. Or we think it feels like. If we think it feels. Creepy.
Stay focused, Dagna. And that's true too. They always do talk about the stone as like this source of power, so maybe there's something there as well.
You felt taller? How much taller?
Like mountain tall. Or I was the mountain. But I was
Stone?
moving. I felt dizzy. You know what I remembered? Watching a shaper it carve the wall of memory, except big. Isn't that weird? Maybe there were fumes.
So this is really interesting. I think there are actually real research-based results from this. I feel like these are things that are going to be touched on either later in this game or in later games as well, because the shaper it does, I think, have lyrium-based technology is how they do it, but they do carve memories essentially using lyrium. It's almost like a computer in a way in their library, like a storage device, or I guess more like a pensive from Harry Potter. But there's definitely a type of magic at work there too. And if she saw the shaper making something like that but bigger, who knows what they could use lyrium to do.
So Tranquil and dwarves are linked to lyrium, but also not linked.
Like the lyrium needs to flow, but if you're part of it, it takes you with it. So you can't be part of it. That makes me sad. I'm not sure why. It seems like we should be part of it. Whatever it is. Or maybe we're the ones who make it happen. Whatever it is. You know what's frustrating? Answers that aren't answers. Ugh.
I kind of like these answers that are answers. They're going towards something. That is an interesting thought too, that maybe it's destiny, maybe it's the will of some god, maybe it's the will of the lyrium. But I like the thought that maybe somehow the dwarves, some kind of like the Force in Star Wars, I guess. And in the Star Wars universe, there have been beings who were severed from the Force for various reasons. Maybe the dwarves were a species severed from the Fade, severed from the Song of the Lyrium, for whatever reason in their distant past, and that's why they can work with it. Whereas the Tranquil are severed from the Fade through means in the current era. All right, so
Keep investigating, and let me know what you find.
answers that answers, but
Make it happen
it was
again,
pretty
but it
interesting.
wouldn't. And I had a headache. And cocoa and a lie down.
I'll keep at it. It's weird. Oh, and I made a rune. It's weird too. Be careful with it.
Yay for strange runes. Alright, let's see. Maybe it's a unique rune. I hope so. Upgrades. Sigil. Oh, is that what she made, I guess? Plus more health. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. I guess it probably depends on what opponent you're fighting. It's not the worst sigil in the world, I guess. So she didn't make any... No, this is the only rune. Maybe it's a random rune she gives you then? Oh well. I was hoping it'd be like a really unique rune, like, oh. What's his name? The dwarf. The little dwarf boy. Sandal. Like Sandal in Dragon Age 2, where he makes you the cool rune with the red lyrium. Alright. Cullen at Skyhold. Okay, you have to talk to Cullen, not Dogma. That was still cool talking to Dogma, though. Glad I didn't forget that. Very glad, actually, because that's the part I love most about like these type of games is the lore of the world and how rich they are. And I think, I don't know if it was David Gator or the whole writing staff or whoever it was that planned out the mythology of this world, did a pretty good job, I think. Alright, going to Cullen. Let's go this way. Hopefully I don't get lost. How you doing, Solus? Any strange dreams? Besides, you know, that one dream. Dogma's Coco?
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
Perhaps this is his real quest then.
Tell me.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
Interesting. It's kind of like Fenrir with his ability to help people via their dreams.
When your friend was captured, how did she...
It.
A spirit.
It?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
Well, that puts an interesting spin on it. I was thinking it was like another elven mage or just an elf, but it's a spirit. Oh, that's cool. This should be an interesting quest, which we'll do probably next episode then.
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
That's just demons,
Some
silly
do,
girl.
Certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Ravane. But not everyone wants to go to Ravane. My friend is an explorer, seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it.
But not an explorer of
It would
Ravane.
happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
You think a mage would know that, but the question was there, so I asked it.
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
Interesting thought. Well, we better hurry then.
All right, let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
That's convenient. But yes, first we're going to go finish this other mission. See, now I got talking to him and I'm all disoriented. Is it this way? It is. I thought I heard, like, wind out here. Is that a Qunari over there? I guess a Qunari soldier, maybe. That's cool. You don't see many Qunari, but glad that Ironblow isn't the only one. Yeah, it is. Very cool. And is that an elf or just a short lady? Maybe just a short lady.
The Red Lyrium deposits are being destroyed, and we've cut the Red Templars down to the core.
Yeah, yes.
It's a pity Maddox thought his sacrifice was the only answer. But that leaves Samson with a severely curtailed army, and enchanted army he can't maintain. You did it.
Maybe it'll just blow up during the fight. Yeah, I think she won't be happy until Samson is found and killed.
I'll celebrate when I see Samson brought to justice.
And his master with him.
We're getting recruits by the hour. There's more than a few ex-Templars among them.
Yay.
We've struck a blow and given people hope. This is a true victory.
Inquisitor, I finished it. Are you talking? Sorry. Have it anyhow.
You mean this rune?
It's not just any rune. I made it with red lyrium and what's left of poor Maddox's tools. The rune acts on the median fissures of lyrium to... It'll destroy Samson's armor. He'll be powerless.
Interesting. The last rune I had made with red lyrium gave me better attack speed. I was kind of hoping for that, but that... I don't know. I don't think that'd be too... Oh, whoops. Yeah. I don't think that would be too overpowered as long as they, balanced it with the other runes. It'd be kind of cool to have a unique rune like the last one. It would make sense, too, if she made one from red lyrium, but it wouldn't really tie to the plot as much as this one does. So that's cool, too.
We should render our enemies powerless at a stroke more often.
Maddox covered Samson's tracks thoroughly. But wherever Samson's retreated, we'll find him.
That I have
Our
no
army
doubt.
stands ready, Inquisitor. For Samson, for Corypheus, for whatever you command.
Well, right now for the Alluvian, but, well, maybe not right now. But I'm trying to get done everything so we can start working on the main quest, because I am really looking forward to that. So, alright, that's that then. Anything else you want to talk about, Colin, while I'm here?
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
Oh, a mage answer. I like that.
If I was possessed by a demon, would you...
I would rather not consider it.
Fun fact, he was actually the one designated to kill the Warden of Ferelden if they had been possessed by a demon during their harrowing. But of course, if you saw like the very first episode of my first Let's Play, then you already know that. Or if you just played the game as a mage. Lots of options here.
Is there anything I should know?
Only that I'm never playing cards again. I still can't find my... It doesn't matter. I don't know how Varric talked me into that.
Lots of wine, probably.
Because it's good to unwind and spend time with your friends.
I feel like that's probably not a Leovar thing to say, but
That's true.
I like choosing all the different options.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But
Me as
I
well.
enjoy working with her.
Yep, I'm glad she does it, because somebody has to, and she's definitely good at it.
How do you like working with Leliana?
Liliana is a good woman. I do not question her dedication.
But?
Her methods.
At times I wonder how far she would go to ensure success. To be fair, she questions my approach to matters as well.
It's funny that out of the three of these companions, I think they actually probably did the best job fleshing out Josephine, the brand new one. Or not companions, but advisors. But of course, Colin and Liliana are still very interesting and very important characters in their own right. What about the soldiers?
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers handled themselves well during the siege on Adamant. They reacted quickly to changes on the battlefield.
Glad to hear it.
More importantly, they relied on each other. Trust in your fellow soldiers is not something that can betray.
That's good, because we're kind of like a mishmash of an army, so the fact that they work well together is really assuring to hear.
I should let you get back to work.
They're going to need that teamwork for what's ahead. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of this episode then, so thanks for watching, and when we come back, we will go to wherever it is we're going, and help Solus find his spirit friends. So, look forward to that, and I will see you in a few minutes.